is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man here, Sims complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. The throw taken in by Sims. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
29, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over first.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
Finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They were trying to go to Brown once again. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
A 3-yard.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Here's Ingram. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Mariota. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. It's Lawrence. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Mariota to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Ebron with it over the middle. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
But it brings up
on 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
32-yard line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Steelers.
A first down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Ravens have got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Jackson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Brings up
second down and goal. Jackson. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
No good.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is taken way up at the 25. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing,
34-yard line.
not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st down, it's Lawrence. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
CC violation.
No doubt.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you... Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 33, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Ravens 33, Steelers 14.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now left side on the swing pass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Hooked up by Patrick Green. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip. Hey.
Now Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. There to make the grab. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota, escaping the pressure right. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lawrence, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
26 months.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
26 months. Come on, D.
Here's Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Terrence Brooks with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 54, Steelers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll keep it on the ground. Lawrence. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And what are the whistles for? Timeout.
It's a gain of 10.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Where are they, team? So we got man. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Check. Tight dog. One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
26 Mike. Okay, just like that. 26 Mike.
One last shot now for Mariota. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
14.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.